September 19, 1985, Mexico City. At 7:19 a.m., the ground shook with such violence that in just 2 minutes, thousands of buildings collapsed, hospitals turned into rubble, and more than 10,000 lives were lost. It became one of the darkest mornings in Latin American history. Hello and welcome back to the channel where we bring you stories from all over the world. And today we're re-talking about the Mexico City earthquake of 1985. So if you've never heard about this before, you're about to get educated. If you have heard about this and you're a Mexican, well, then this is your chance to share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to support us, because your support helps us continue telling these stories. Okay, let's go back to September 1985. The year is 1985. The place is Mexico City, a vibrant metropolis bustling with life and culture. Imagine being there on an ordinary morning, unaware of the catastrophe that is about to unfold. The time is around 7:19 a.m. and the earth begins to tremble beneath your feet. You feel the ground shake with a force you've never experienced before. The walls of the buildings around you sway violently, and with each passing second, they come crashing down. This is not just any earthquake. This is the Mexico City earthquake of 1985, a natural disaster that will forever be etched in history. In this small window of 2 minutes, thousands of buildings are reduced to rubble. Hospitals collapse, trapping doctors and patients alike, and schools fall on children sitting in their classrooms. Entire neighborhoods vanish in a cloud of dust and debris. In the blink of an eye, the city is transformed into a scene of unimaginable devastation. Now, let's talk about how big this earthquake really was. On the Richter scale, the earthquake measured an astounding 8.0, releasing an incredible amount of energy. But why was this quake so devastating? It wasn't just the magnitude, it was also about what happened next. The quake occurred along the Cocos Plate fault line. Unfortunately, many of the buildings in Mexico City were poorly constructed and were unequipped to handle such a powerful tremor. What made the situation even worse was the lack of strict building codes and enforcement, which led to the instant collapse of numerous structures. As a result, what followed was nothing short of a massacre. As the dust settles, the true horror of the situation becomes clear. Thousands upon thousands of people have lost their lives. Homes are destroyed, streets are impassable, and essential services are crippled. Imagine the chaos that ensues as people try to contact their loved ones, only to find communication lines are down. The silence that follows is deafening. Amidst the chaos, there are glimmers of hope. Rescuers arrive on the scene, but the scale of the disaster is so immense that it feels like a drop in the ocean. As they dig through the ruins, they come across pockets of survivors, individuals trapped beneath the rubble, clinging to life. With each passing hour, the chances of finding survivors dwindle, but the rescuers do not give up. They work tirelessly, battling not only the elements but also the ticking clock. In the days following the earthquake, entire families are found trapped together in their collapsed homes. Parents protecting their children, siblings holding on to each other, all while trapped under the weight of concrete and steel. These stories of resilience and love in the face of such tragedy touch the hearts of everyone involved in the rescue operations. The rescuers describe it as both heartbreaking and inspiring. It's a testament to the strength of the human spirit, but it's also a stark reminder of the fragility of life. As the rescue and relief efforts continue, the world watches in suspense. The images of Mexico City are beamed around the globe, capturing the attention of millions. People from all corners of the planet send their condolences and offer aid. The international community comes together to support Mexico in this time of need. Governments, organizations, and individuals unite to provide assistance, medical supplies, food, and shelter. The outpouring of support is a beacon of hope in the darkness. Now, here's something I really want to tell you about. Amidst the chaos and despair, ordinary citizens took extraordinary measures. They formed citizen-led rescue groups, venturing into the affected areas to assist in the search and rescue operations. These everyday heroes put aside their own fears and grief to help others. They dug through the ruins with their bare hands, searching for survivors. They carried stretchers, provided first aid, and offered emotional support to those who had lost everything. Their selflessness and courage were instrumental in saving many lives. These ordinary citizens became the backbone of the rescue effort, embodying the true meaning of community and compassion. Their actions serve as a shining example of the power of unity in the face of adversity. Over the years, Mexico has worked tirelessly to ensure that such a tragedy never repeats itself. They reformed construction and safety laws, implemented stricter building codes, and established emergency response protocols. The lessons learned from the 1985 earthquake have shaped modern-day Mexico, making its cities more resilient in the face of future disasters. Additionally, every year on September 19th, Mexico observes a nationwide earthquake drill. Sirens blare, office workers take cover, and school children practice evacuation procedures. It's a solemn yet crucial reminder of the importance of preparedness and a tribute to those who lost their lives in 1985. Now, let's hear from the experts. Structural engineer Rafael Serratops shares some interesting insights about the impact of soil conditions on the intensity of earthquakes. He explains that soft soil can amplify the effects of an earthquake, leading to more severe damage. In Mexico City, the earthquake's epicenter was located about 75 miles away, but the city's soil amplified the waves, increasing the intensity of the shaking. This phenomenon is known as site amplification, and it is a critical factor in understanding the devastating impact of the 1985 earthquake. Geologist and geophysicist Julio Zamora provides further context on the tectonic plate boundaries in the region. He explains that Mexico sits on the boundary between the North American and Pacific plates. The 1985 earthquake occurred along the southern segment of the Cocos Plate, which is part of the larger Pacific Plate. These plates are constantly moving, and the interaction between them can cause significant seismic activity. Zamora highlights that the Cocos Plate is pushing under the North American Plate, which creates stress that is periodically released in the form of earthquakes. But it wasn't just the earth that trembled that day. The sky, too, played its part in the drama. Just 3 hours before the earthquake, a 6.9 magnitude quake struck nearby Puebla, releasing pressure that built up along the southern portion of the Cocos Fault line. This initial quake, although significant, served as a precursor to the main event. It was almost as if nature was giving a warning, a brief tremor, before the grand finale of destruction. The sky rumbled again with thunder as lightning illuminated the dark clouds gathering over Mexico City. And as the sun rose that fateful morning, it unveiled a scene of utter devastation. Homes were reduced to rubble, streets were impassable, and the cries of the injured echoed through the shattered city. It was a sight that would forever be seared into the memories of those who witnessed it. When the earth shook on that fateful day in 1985, it didn't just crack the foundations of buildings, it cracked the hearts of a nation. But from the depths of despair, the spirit of Mexico City rose stronger than ever. The unity displayed during the tragedy became a defining moment in the country's history. It was a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, a celebration of life in the face of death. The 1985 earthquake in Mexico City serves as a poignant reminder of the unpredictability of nature and the fragility of human existence, yet it also stands as a symbol of hope, resilience, and the indomitable spirit of the human race. So what are your thoughts on this? Leave them in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.